Okay, I am gonna go see Dune 2 again. For the second time. I did a little dose, mushroom and a little Molly, but a little candy flipping. It's my brother in the background. We're gonna go see Dune 2. I'm seeing it for the second time. My brother's seeing it for the first time. Maybe we can get him to say a couple things. What is your anticipation? What do you think?
Denis Villeneuve is a great director. So I'm expecting a great film. Well made.
Time will tell. Time will tell. Yep, here we go. All right. You gonna see that one? That's popcorn. What is this? Kong. You gonna go see Kong versus Godzilla?
We're gonna wait till it streams.
Oh, look at this place. So we do buy tickets here? Oh yeah, this is nice. I thought we were 7 and 8.
We are. I'm seeing
This is a smallish screen.
Oh, we're up close. We're close enough that the screen is big. Don't vlog me live while we're seeing a movie.
I'm not vlogging you live. This will be edited into the movie. All right, so I guess I'll watch the movie.
It's okay. I'm here. I'm here. It's been a while since you've had one of those nightmares. Tell me.
Okay, so we just saw the movie. What did you think?
Wait
Bill?
till we get outside.
So just give us a quick paragraph of what you thought.
What time is it?
What time is it? I don't know what time it is.
They packed a lot more into that movie than I thought they were going to, because I knew that this wasn't going to be the conclusion, obviously. It was just going to be part 2. But I kept remembering what I know of David Lynch's Dune. And they packed a lot of shit in here. That whole thing with the all the big houses coming at the end, and the Holy War finally starting. But then getting through the battle with the Barons and the death of all the Harkonnens. I'm glad they fit all that in. That was crazy. Good effects, very, very well made.
Did you like the ear? Little nod to Lynch there. Did you notice the
With
ear?
the ants in the ear.
Yeah, the ants in the ear.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Well, the movie's great. Second time I saw the mushrooms. It's great. It's a great movie. Here, that's with the. Don't you remember? Don't you remember the classic Blue Velvet?
Yeah, I remember that. I just didn't make the connection with David Lynch.
Oh, dude, that's total David Lynch.
Oh,
They did the ear right in the beginning. That's for David.
I just figured, yeah, the guy died and he's in the desert and now he's getting eaten by ants. And then they showed that the ants crawled into his ear and yeah, I wonder if that's
That's so on purpose. What are you talking about? This is crazy. All right.
it could be. I was actually waiting for like centipedes and stuff, you know.
Like, this is Lancaster's a wild, wild west in this place, man. But yeah, the beginning of the Holy War.
That's why it's going to be a holy war, is that spice allows space travel. It's the one really super valuable element in the universe, and all the greenhouses want it. Paul Atreides is going to blow it all up, because fuck you.
Where's the navigator at in all this? Isn't it?
The navigator? I don't know, but one thing I do kind of miss is that really weird giant alien with the weird eyes.
That's the navigator. That's what I'm talking about.
That's the navigator?
They alluded to that. Like, they had a quick...
Sounds like
We have just folded space from Ix.
Yes? How was your journey?
Many machines on Ix. New machines.
Oh? Yes?
Better than those on Riches. You are transparent. I see many things. I see plans within plans.
Is there a problem? Usually there's a problem when one of you makes a visit.
The answer is within the problem. I see two great houses. House Atreides, House Harkonnen feuding. I see you behind it.
Yes.
You must share with us.
that's like the opening scene in Lynch's movie. Was the Emperor and the Harkonnens all kind of there meeting together in their low budget, little hall. And then a bunch of people dressed like the way Harkonnens are dressed now, back in the David Lynch film, wheeling this massive black box, and the front opens up and it's all smoky, and that big, ugly, distorted, floating head, alien face thing with a weird mouth.
Well, that's I think there's a quick alluding to that character, but I don't even know if
it's funny too, because the Emperor and David Lynch's Dune, literally in the first 5 minutes of the movie, he gives the whole thing away. He's like, oh, I'm gonna put the Atreides in charge of Dune, and then the Harkonnens are gonna return and wipe them out. He didn't like how powerful they're getting. Dude, you fucked us. When people sit on a green light like that, this light does not stay green long.
This is Center in Lancaster, the asshole of the taint and ass of Salem.
We cut that asshole in the minivan napping. I'll just sit here for a few minutes on the green light to screw the people in the back.
Yeah, people are all pumping. But that character wasn't in this movie. I think it was one alluding to, but I don't even know if the Messiah film has that character in it. Or that'd be great if they get. I've seen some concept drawings of what they were gonna do, but I don't think they crushed into this film. That's a lot of movie though. They put a lot of movie in there.
They did. They fit a lot more than I was expecting for a second. Because the moment I found out that it's not going to be just 2 movies, it's going to be spread out over a trilogy. I kept thinking like the second one being like the other trilogies we've seen come out recently, where they just kind of pop in a little filler in the middle before you kind of get to all the heavy shit at the end. And I kept thinking that the real battle with the Harkonnens and the sabotaging the meeting with the Emperor and all that sort of stuff, I was kind of expecting that in the third movie, but now they gave it as the climax to the second film, which was cool. There's nothing really unsatisfying at all about the second movie. You get to see a lot, and then by the time the third movie comes out, it's going to be him versus the other houses in their holy war and destroying the spice fields. That's going to be pretty insane. It may not have to be all of 3 hours too to pull that off. But I'm glad he stretched this one out to 3 hours, got in a major battle, really a war, the war that a lot of the Fremen were waiting for. Yeah, he did a really good job. A lot of people think that this is sort of Denis Villeneuve's, I think it's his magnum opus.
Yeah,
it's his Dark Knight trilogy, kind of like the way that Nolan's magnum opus really in a lot of ways is the Dark Knight trilogy. Jackson's is the Lord of the Rings.
like you're on an alien planet sometimes, or like how about when she was drinking that blue stuff? That was crazy. That when she showed her the
worm piss.
the you know the ceremony of it, or what do they called it? They called it the.
I don't know what the ceremony was called, but they called it the water of life.
That was pretty crazy. Did you feel it? But did you get like how'd that make you feel when she did that?
I was expecting it to be a little bit more psychedelic, you know, being under the effects of really a mind-altering substance. But one thing that really was weird was the conversations that his mom was having with her unborn daughter. That tripped me out.
That was
Keep showing this little fetus having adult conversations with a grown woman.
Did you get what the
fetus is actually mature and psychic and curious? Yeah, it was crazy.
All the sound work in that thing with all the voices and shit. Like when she was that old lady was fucking. That was a creep. That mask that person was wearing with the blue, that crazy fucking swirly mask.
Yeah. That actually reminded me of The Navigator when I saw that. I was like, there it is. It's an extra wearing a mask. It's not really a big, you know, practical effect. The big foam latex alien head.
Look at that. My God, look at that. How beautiful that is. Yeah. So, out of a 1 through 10, what would you give it? When was the last time you saw a movie that good?
I'd give it about an 8.5.
An 8.5? What are you, crazy? That's a solid 10 if I ever saw one.
I wouldn't give anything a 10. Except maybe Wings of Desire by Vin Vendors. It's about the only movie I've ever seen that I consider to be a 10.
Yeah.
8.5, maybe even a 9 actually out of 10.
It's up there.
Yeah, I like the
keep going.
The sound effects when he uses the voice. When he held silence and he made that Reverend Mother kind of like knock her back on her ass. I was like, you know, she's got to be like the sorceress bitch of the universe when it comes to using the voice, and he actually put her back on her heels.
Yeah, man, there was so much fucking dead animals on this road.
And she's the real villain of the movie. She was the one that advised the Emperor to basically put Atreides in charge of Arrakis just so the Harkonnens could come back and wipe them out. And it all had to do with control, because she felt that the Atreides were getting more and more difficult to control. And man, was she right. But Paul Atreides, he's not bowing to anybody. And making the Emperor kiss the ring was fucking amazing. It's like stomping his foot, like now. I was kind of surprised though, the offered to wed the Emperor's daughter.
That's the only way he's gonna make the peace of the universe, is to he'll be the Emperor. He just basically took the throne. Wedded it was written.
As was written.
Okay, that's our review. Maybe I'll do a little bit more on editing, but great. Look how crazy beautiful. What's it? Oh yeah. So yeah, second time saw Dune 2 and mushrooms and a little bit of Molly. Great movie. The movie's still great. All right. See this movie if you've not seen Dune 2. See it immediately. The sound was great. More second time viewing, almost better than seeing it for the first time. Okay, so that's my quick little. That was my brother Bill Woods who did basically the majority of the review. But boy, I think the second time you do need to see that movie twice. Absolutely. All right, see you guys later. Breath with Friends podcast. Redwoods22 on Instagram. Sound. Any quick cliff notes? The sound still sounds great. Cinematography is insanity. This is gonna sweep Oscars 2025 or 2024, or whenever the next Oscars is. Great. Sound, story pacing. Fantastic. See this movie later.